Yeah, now we are recording. Okay, hello everybody again. My name is Elsa Adriana Restrepo. I want you to introduce yourselves, but before I want you to know some useful expressions that you can use in order to keep the conversation going on. So let me share with you in the chat some communicative strategies. So see, I have shared some expressions in the chat. So when you need to ask for clarification and repetition, remember that you can use expressions like, say that again, please. I beg your pardon. Or simply you can say pardon. Can you repeat, please? What does, let's say, for example, that I say dark, and you don't know what dark means. So you say, what does dark mean? And I say, oh, dark means oscuro. Or you can say, what do you mean? So in order to make me repeat, what is the meaning of dark, for example? You can also ask help to convey a message. For example, you can ask me, how do you pronounce silencio in English, for example? Or how do you say silencio in English, for example? What is silencio called in English? Or sometimes you need to confirm comprehension. So you can ask me, do you mean dark? Oh, yes, I do. Do you follow me? So, for example, sometimes I will ask you, do you follow me? So it's like saying, do you understand me? Or I will ask you, got it? Very colloquial expression, got it? To say, it is clear? Is it clear? Is it clear? When you are speaking, you can paraphrase. So, for example, you say something and probably you think that it was not clear enough. So you say, I mean, and you say again what you want me to, or want the audience to understand. Or you can say, in other words, so you're going to paraphrase. It's a periphrasis. Or it is to say that. And hesitation is also permitted. When we hesitate, that means we vacilamos cuando estamos hablando. You can say, well, and that will give you time for thinking. Well, you know, that happens when we are in certain situation, under certain situation. Or let me think, if you are trying to organize your ideas. And you say, so you are asking for time so that you clarify your ideas in order to express yourself. Why do I say this? Because I want you to participate. So please take advantage of those expressions. Don't interrupt yourself. If you need help, ask for help. Not only I will give you help, but all the people or your classmates or students attending today this conversation session. Okay. Now I want you to introduce yourselves. And before starting, let me share the screen. And okay, so, but sorry, I want someone to help me giving the word, because probably I cannot be attentive to everything. I want a kind of assistant. Who would like to be my assistant today to help me? Oh, teacher, someone is asking the word, so you can give the word. A volunteer. Is there any volunteer? Someone who helps me to notice that someone is asking the word. raising the hand? No? Okay, Doris, while you are staying here, please help me with that. Yes?
Okay, yes, I didn't want to help you because I'm leaving at 4:30, but okay.
Yeah, but yeah, if someone else want to help me, please. Okay, so now we're presenting, and before starting, I want you to introduce yourselves, and you're going to introduce yourself, and then you're going to try to tell me in 1 or 2 sentences, what is your genuine purpose? As an example, I will start. Well, my name is Elsa Adriana, and my purpose in life is to do my best and to make the ones that I love feel very good, to do something for them. That is my purpose. Yes, as simple as that. So I want you to introduce yourselves. If you want to appear on camera, it would be great. And to mention something that you have as purpose, a genuine purpose. Go ahead.
Elias said that he can help you with that. So,
Oh, please, Elias, thank you.
Yeah,
thank
but
you.
Okay, Elias, you'll do it, not me. Thank you.
Okay, and I can start talking about my purpose.
Please.
Yes, and I'm here because to this year I have a goal, and is be able to speak with native English speakers before December.
Great.
That's my goal.
Oh, it's an ambitious goal, but it's possible, because when we have will to do something, we get it. You can make it. Good, Elias. Okay, thank you. Anybody else wants to tell us about your purpose? Oh, Rafael, go ahead.
Thank you. My purpose for this year is also have a good level of English, be able to keep a conversation with native English, and for my career, be a will person and help others.
That's great. Yes, and what is your career? What are you studying now?
A degree in natural sciences.
Okay, yes, you need English and other languages as well. So you will make it, Rafael. Thank you so much. Anybody else?
There's Monica Restrepo too, but I don't know if Elias is going to tell you when somebody's going to talk.
Okay.
I think it's just necessary when there are many raised hands.
Yeah, please tell me, Elias.
Okay, Monica, you can continue.
Thanks. Well, my name is Monica Restrepo. My purpose is something for this year, or like in my whole life?
In your whole life, or in this year, is wherever you want.
Okay. I think my purpose in life is to share with people, to teach, to help people. I'm a social worker, and I also teach Spanish to foreigners. So I'm also like a professor. And I really enjoy to share knowledge, to build knowledge. And I think my purpose in life is that, like, to connect with people and maybe to change a little bit about their lives.
Okay, great. Yeah. So your purpose is so feasible because everyone wants you to teach them something, but to make them change something for positive in their life is a noble purpose, and it's kind of difficult, but of course, you can do it. Thank you, Monica. Who else? Elias, is there someone else?
Teacher B.
Yeah.
Hello, teacher. Hello.
Hello, Lisette.
Guys, my purpose for this year is study English, and I like improve my English. and I like study a master degree in administrator begin this week. And to rest, I have a lot of years of many work. I like rest. I like time for my family, time for my friends. This is all, teacher.
Okay, a lot of things, but if you are organized, if you are disciplined, you can do it.
Teacher.
Of course,
Yes,
I bet you will do it. Okay, as one of your wishes is to learn English, let me give you some observations. Yes, you can say, I want to, when you decide something, you say, I want to study, I want to share with, I want to have more time for my family, I want to. When you say I like, it is more general. And when you say, for example, I like studying languages, you can say, I like to study languages, or you say, I like studying languages. Both cases are okay, right?
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. Who else, Elias?
Lina Maria continues.
Hello, I'm Antonella, and my purpose for this year is, let me think. I have new experiences with the Conversatorio, and I speak so fluent the English.
And I expect, again, Lina, I expect.
I'm Antonella.
Yes. Antonella, sorry. Yes, Antonella.
Yes.
Okay.
I speak too fluent the English.
Fluently. Oh, great. To speak fluently English. That is a good purpose. And I bet you will get it. You will make it.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Antonella.
Isabel Alvarez can continue.
Okay. Isabel.
Hi, nice to meet you. I think that my purpose in life is to help those who need it, and also to create a little environmental awareness by helping me with my profession.
Do you study something related to environmental issues?
Yes, and studying environmental engineer.
Oh, great. Yes. So that is a very noble purpose, and it is very necessary because you know that we are destroying our earth, and that is a pity, a great pity. And if we don't do something right now, it's becoming so late. And thank you so much for keeping that purpose. And I hope you find many people to help you with that purpose. Thank you, Isabel.
Ana Luisa wants to continue.
Well, thank you. And my name is Anna. And my English level is not so high, but there's a reason why I'm here, because I want to be better and I want to travel around the world. That's it. Thank you.
To travel around the world, to know a lot of cultures, I guess so, to grow as a human being, because traveling involves many things, Ana Luisa, right? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Someone else, or we'll continue with another question? Someone else? Elias?
No, there is nothing.
Okay.
There is no anybody.
Okay, thank you so much. So now, you know, for example, you see this mountain, this person who is climbing up. It's kind of hard to do this, and there are certain moments when that person feels like stopping. So because probably is very tired, exhausted, and is probably hurt. And sometimes someone wants to stop, but there is no way to stop. You have to keep going ahead. Why? Because If he stops, he will become even more and more tired, and then he will not survive. He has to reach the top. We can ask, why to reach the top if then we have to go down again? Yes, but it's when we have a purpose. When we have a purpose, it's unique, it's important, it's valuable because it is your purpose. And the important thing is to have a purpose. When he gets the top, when he achieved his goals, he will feel happy. And that is what matters. Yes. Okay, guys, let's continue. Now.
Hello.
Tell me.
Hello, my
Yes.
name.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Miriam Londoño. I am nutrition of University of the Antioquia. I like of sport and read on language.
So you
and like to
you like
language.
And you like learning languages or speaking languages, is what you mean, Miriam?
Sí.
Okay, great.
Yes, but SP is few. More I read. Read more.
Okay, so what you mean is that for you speaking is more difficult than reading, that you are good at reading, yes? That's great.
For a moment, but I like speak very well.
Of course, yes, and you will get it. That is your purpose for this year, is that? To speak better,
I
to
like
speak more fluently.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I like speak with you. I like very much.
Okay, that's great. Yes, and practicing is the way you get so you can master it. Yes, you can make it.
It's very
by
good.
practicing. Yes, by practicing.
This practice.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Miriam. You're right. Okay, so I have a message for you in order to continue speaking. And the message is, where is my presentation? Okay, sorry. Okay, the message is, whatever troubles your path towards your horizon, keep going on, yes? So let's think about it and you will tell me. When something troubles your path toward your horizon, what do you do? What is the first thing that you do? What is your first reaction?
Maybe we don't understand what path is.
Okay.
Or trouble.
Okay. Yeah.
Rafael wants to talk.
Elias, if you understand the phrase and you can comment on that, explain the audience about it and comment what you want to say, please.
Yes, but Rafael wants to talk.
Okay, Rafael, come on.
Thank you. Teacher, to answer the question.
Oh yeah, Rafael, but first let me explain to the rest about the vocabulary involved in this phrase. Whatever troubles is like the verb of problem, yes? Whatever represents a problem for you. Path is like the way, el camino, and toward hacia, your horizon. Horizon is a cognate, so it is similar to Spanish. Now is the message clear? Is it the phrase? Whatever troubles your path toward your horizon, keep going on. Okay, Rafael, go ahead.
Well, thank you, teacher. For me, is something hard because maybe my emotional thinking is not clear. Yeah, but when in my way, I have something that is difficult for me. I try to meditate. Is very important to me to clarify my ideas and to talk with someone.
Yeah, great. Yes, to meditate, like search the bottom. Yes, when we meditate, we search our bottom. Yes, and you also say that you ask for help. Yes, you talk to someone. Is it so, Rafael?
Yes, teacher, this is.
Okay. Talk, Rafael, talk. You have not to pronounce L. You say talk. Yes. Okay, thank you. Someone else?
Monica.
Monica, go ahead.
Well, I like to write. When I have a problem, I prefer to put it like in my hands, in my paper, and to see. Because when we have a problem, we used to be a mess. Our head is like lost, like not clear. So yeah, to make it clear or to find a solution, an answer, I like to write something. Maybe if I have to make a decision, I used to write pros and cons.
Oh,
So maybe I can make a better decision. And also, of course, I have my best friend who is like my own psychologist, who knows my life and who can help me when I have problems.
okay. That's important, Monica. We cannot be selfish, egoist. We have to accept that we need help. And if you have a friend, so ask for help. And what Monica says is like a piece of advice. Write. You have not to be good writers. Just write, because that clarifies your mind. It's like calling the light, because everything seems to be dark. You seem to be lost outside nowhere, and that can take you to feel, or can make you feel desperate, right? Okay, someone else? Thank you, Monica. Elias, do you want to say?
No one else is.
And what
raised.
about you, Elias? What do you think?
Well, I think that my first reaction is analyze the problem.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I want to have, for example, 2 or 3 plans.
Yeah. So you consider several alternatives.
Yeah, I want to create very many options.
Okay. And how can you balance or see which one is the best decision?
I I throw a coin.
Again?
I throw a coin.
Ah! So I bet that both, for example, if you consider 3 decisions, I bet that those 3 decisions are sensible enough. Yes, because if you throw the coin, whatever it is okay. Yes.
Yes, because I'm very superstitious.
Okay, but there is something, a popular saying is, okay, if you do something, you can be wrong, but if you don't do anything, you absolutely are wrong. Yes. So you need to do it, even though you are mistaken. Okay, thank you so much. So you see that there are several alternatives here, or pieces of advice. And I want you to tell me how valuable or how useful is a piece of advice. do you think learning comes to happen just from personal experience, or can we learn from others' experiences? Question by question. How valuable, how useful can be a piece of advice? What do you think?
There is a quote that says that no one's learned in another's brain, you know?
Yeah. Do you think that's true?
Yeah, I think that's true. You have to feel the pain of your mistakes in order to learn.
So others' experiences are not useful for learning.
For ordinary men, it's not useful. Just for, how do you say, sabios?
Wise.
Yeah, wise people only can learn from books or from, yes, from others' experience.
Okay. But you can be wise. And we have to learn and become wise. Yeah, because imagine that everyone has to experience by themselves. I don't know. What about history? Haven't we learned from history? Luisa?
Well, I believe it's important, those advices about the first question you asked. And second, I have that like in my second choice, because as Elias said, and also I believe Monica, I also write when I have this trouble and I try to figure out how to solve it. But if I have no idea, I have to ask to another person, and then like I can think a little bit more, because I didn't see the problem from that perspective or whatever. So it helps. And as Elias said, well, it's also true. Some things must be learned in the first, I don't know how to say it, like in the first person by our own, because it's like the way it's like in our mind and in our body. But we don't listen sometimes to the explanations or the experience from another, so sometimes it's important. And about history, I believe yes, and there is also a quote, I don't know how to translate it, I'm going to try it, who doesn't know his history is them to repeat it. I don't know how to say it in English.
It's like that, yes. Who doesn't know his or the history, it could repeat it, yes, something like that. So you can use, but I understand your message, and I think the rest as well. Well, Luisa, thank you so much. Before commenting on what you said, advice is an uncountable noun. So we can say advices. We say, give me advice, give me some advice, or give me a piece of advice. Let me give you a piece of advice. Got it? Because it's not countable, it's uncountable. Is it clear, my suggestion, my comment? Is it? Okay, and advice, advertisement. Advertisement is what you say, Elias. Advertisement, ads, yes. Advice, consejo, and it is not countable. Okay, and what Lucia said is true, yes. So we have to consider others' opinions, but we have to analyze it, of course. As Elias said, we have to balance and have certain options and try to get the best decision, yes, make the best decision. Okay, someone else wants to participate? Is there someone else, Elia?
No one else.
No one else. Okay. So I wrote this. I think that it's very important to focus your purpose. For the reason I started asking you about your purpose. And some of you, or I don't remember who, asked me, for this year or for my life as a whole? Yes, for your life as a whole. Since the very beginning, if you define your purpose, you will continue keeping going on because you have a purpose, so you are not lost. And that purpose is your horizon, yes? So if everything is obscure, dark, if you are amidst the darkness, remember that purpose, and that purpose will give you light again. So you will be able to get through it. But especially to have a purpose is also like having a dream. So you have to embrace your dream. Some people believe in God, other people don't. But if you embrace your dream, it's like something like that, like having faith, for example. But also always step forward, always. Don't stay stagnated. You know what I mean? Stagnated? Do you understand me? Myself clear? Yes, ask. Tell me.
I don't know understand you.
Okay, Antonella. Yes, I have spoken so much. I will say this slowly, or I want someone to paraphrase what I have said in a very summarized way. Who can paraphrase what I said in a more simple way? To clarify to Antonella what I said. Rafael, Elias, someone else, Monica. Yes, stacked. Stagnated means estancado, stagnated. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yes, Antonella, yes, you cannot stop. You have to continue keeping going on. You have to step forward, because as Elias said before, you have to do something, because if you don't do anything, you are wrong. Probably if you do something, you will be wrong, but who knows, probably you will be right. But if you don't do anything, you are wrong. Of course, you have to analyze what you're going to do, to think, to meditate, to analyze, and so on. Okay, now let's continue. I guess that sometimes you have felt like this, so I question. Have you ever felt that you can't get over and you've reached your limit? Have you ever felt, Elias, can you read aloud for me? You get
into a tight spot and everything goes against you until it seems that you cannot hold on for a minute longer.
Okay, have you ever felt that? Who wants to participate, to comment on that? Whatever you want to say.
Okay, I can speak about a little bit about my personal experience.
Yes.
Because, well, to start, I'm not rich. I'm mostly poor or middle class. So when I started to study social work, let's say 10 years ago, I'm old now. So my plan was to be a professor at the university. And I wanted to end my degree and then to do a master's in education. Then I realized to study a master's in Colombia is not cheap and it's very, very expensive. And then my family had some economical and financial issues and some problems. And then I was very sad and I was like, I'm not going to to reach my goal, I'm not going to study that master. I'm not going to be a professor at the university. And everything was like very dark in that moment. But I think in that moment I realized, okay, maybe I have a different purpose in my life. Maybe I don't need to study that master to change lives or to share knowledge. Maybe I can do something different. Maybe I can maybe not teach a big group of people. Maybe I won't have 100 students, but I can be like the light for my friends, or maybe for some individuals. Like if you can change just one person's life, then you made
That
something
makes a
great
big
in your
difference.
life.
Yes. That makes
Yeah.
a big
So,
difference.
but I realized about that purpose when I was like at my worst moment, when I felt really disappointed about Colombia, about the educational system, about the economy, about the lack of opportunities or chances here. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
my personal
Oh,
experience.
thank you, Monica, for sharing. Yes, hardship is like the most common reality for almost everybody. Hardship, la dificultad, difficulty, hardship. Yes. Why? Because we live in a country with a lot of problems. And yes, as Monica said, there are people who have not opportunities, or very few opportunities. And sometimes we get, like blocked because we are surrounded by darkness. We feel lost, but you try to see again, analyze what is my purpose. So there is a writer, D.H. Lawrence. He said, I, who was not able to embrace a single human being, I wanted to embrace the whole humanity. Yeah, we have to go step by step, little by little. And as Monica said, just if you change one life track for better, of course, that makes a big difference. Yes. And that is important, especially for educators or people who wants for, who works for the humanity. Okay, thank you, Monica. Anybody else wants to comment? Is there anybody else who want to comment? To tell something about his
Hello.
Hello. Go ahead.
My name is Miriam.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Miriam.
I think that the Himalayas then to help on my career, university, and my hobbies, and then to help on mejorar.
Improve.
Sí.
Improve.
Yes.
I will write it in the chat. Yes, improve. You want to improve and to make others improve, to help others to improve. To help others improve. Okay, good.
Improve.
Okay. Well, Miriam, thank you so much. Elias, is there someone else?
No one else.
No?
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Okay. So I ask you, when everything seems to be against you, to what extent is it you who is against yourself? Can you identify those enemies dwelling inside you? What do you think about it? That's my question. Yes?
There is another quote who says that everyone has two wolves inside, and they are fighting against each other. But the wolf that wins is which you feed the most.
That's interesting. Can you repeat it, please?
I don't remember the exactly way that is said.
But it was okay. I understood, but I wanted to repeat it.
Yes, but in my words is that everyone has two wolves inside.
Yes.
And these wolves are fighting against each others. So the wolf that wins is what you feed. You feed the most.
Okay.
You know?
So it depends on you. It depends on you. Yes, it depends on you to which wolf you want to feed better. Yes.
And you feed with emotions, with thoughts, and words you say others.
Yes, emotions, thoughts, attitudes, behavior, actions. You feed those wolves. I will write in the chat because probably some people don't know the words. Wolf in singular, and wolves in plural, yes? Lobo y lobos. So you have inside, dwelling inside, in your innermost, two wolves, and they fight against each other. Who wins? The one that you feed the most. Yes, that you feed more than the other. That is the wolf that wins. So you decide. You decide. It depends on you. So for that reason, I ask you, can you identify those enemies dwelling inside you? Can you mention some enemies that can dwell inside us?
Anger and happiness.
Anger and happiness. What else? What about the other participants? What do you think, Antonio?
Teacher,
Yes,
teacher, my mind.
Your mind, yes, but your mind feeds many enemies. Can you mention some?
Yes.
For example, Elias mentioned anger and happiness. Try to think of any other enemy.
The money.
Money, that is, that is greed, ambition, greed, codicia, greed.
Yes.
Greed, yes, that's right. Any other enemy?
Depression.
Depression, yeah. That is a terrible enemy.
And anxiety.
Anxiety, yes, anxiety. Good, thank
Fears,
you.
phobias, lack of confidence.
And confidence. Antonio, which one?
Yes, hi, how are you?
Hi.
I'm in Russia right now.
Excuse me?
I'm in Russia, yes.
You're in Russia. Oh my goodness. How are things going on there for you?
Everything is normal here in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the news, but we don't get Western news, so
yes.
They're quite different.
Yeah. But how do you feel?
Concerned. Right now, the whole Europe is closed. I'm supposed to go back to London in 3 weeks, so
I hope you can make it.
I'm trying to figure out which route. Probably it's going to be through Turkey or something.
Yeah, no, I hope you can make it.
I was gonna say one of my main enemies is self-doubt.
Which one?
Self-doubt.
Ah, yeah. Doubt. Yes.
When you are like doubting your capacities, like you know you have prepared yourself, but you still there's that little inner voice that maybe you don't know it, maybe you cannot do it. Doubt.
Yes.
Self-doubt.
And confidence. Yes. You have to trust yourself. Thank you, Antonio. Thank you so much. Someone else?
Antonella.
Antonella, go ahead.
Well, the enemies are inside me is the anger, the impatience.
That's right, impatience.
Yes, thank you. Impatience.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Oh, someone else? Oh, that language. What does it mean, Antonio?
Someone said hello, and I said hello and thank you.
Okay. That is a
Yes, I thought it was.
very strange language. I guess that is so difficult to learn it. Where do you learn it?
I am not, because I'm here as a tourist, but yes, my intention. I can read it. I mean, the alphabet and some words, and I have come here many times, so I can very little. Like I can go to a restaurant and ask for the menu or order food or bring me the check.
General for surviving.
Yes, but not to hold a conversation like this.
Okay, but you're learning. That is one of your purposes, I guess.
That's correct.
Okay, great. Well, dear all, let's continue. So there is someone called, or there was, Cesar Chavez, who was like, I guess that a fighter for a better society. He said, we draw our strength from the very despair in which we have been forced to live. We shall endure. We shall endure. Yes. When everything is lost, we shall endure. That's the only path, the only way. So tell me, what can motivate you to keep going on when you feel defeated? Do I myself clear enough? What can motivate you to keep going on when you feel defeated or defeated?
I think maybe sometimes it's just pride. It's like, I can do it and I'm going to finish and I'm not going to be defeated. Like just pride maybe sometimes.
The determination. Monica, like determination. Will, determination. Yes?
Like pride, more like I can do it. This is not too big for me. So like to be proud.
Yeah, to be proud. Okay. So I don't know if you know that will means voluntad. You have to keep your will. You have to keep determination.
And well, can motivated me if I'm defeated. Maybe see another objective, another way.
Yes. Someone mentioned that before. To look at another perspective. Yes. To look for another focus. Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. To clear your lenses. Yes. Yes. To clear your lenses. Probably you need to see from another perspective. Yes.
In another way.
In another way. Toward another path. Yes. Thank you. Other options. Thank you, Lina. So we're going to listen to a video. about Albert Einstein. If you see, it says, everyone thought I was mentally retarded. Yes. So let's see what we know about Albert Einstein and what we can learn from that experience, and then you will tell me about your experience. You will let me know if you can hear well, please.
Albert Einstein grew up in a middle-class family. When he was born, his family was scared that something was wrong with him. He had...
Can you listen very well? Can you hear well?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you. I wanted to.
He had a very large and misshapen head, but fortunately, Albert Einstein grew up in a middle-class family. When he was born, his family was scared that something was wrong with him. He had a very large and misshapen head, but fortunately, within the first few weeks, the shape of his head became normal. But their worries didn't stop there. When he was very young, his parents thought he might be intellectually disabled because he was very slow to learn to talk and did not speak until he was 4 years old. At that time, he often formed full sentences in his thoughts, but did not speak. He used to practice the sentences in his head or whisper them softly under his breath until he got them right, and then say them aloud. Many people believed Einstein would never succeed at anything. When he was 5 years old, his father showed him a simple pocket compass, and Einstein was fascinated, and that was the beginning of his obsession with science. He also began playing the violin at the age of 6 and would continue to play throughout his life. At school, Einstein was a good student. Most of his grades were high, and he was near the top of his class, but mainly because of math and science. So his grades depended mostly on his interest in the subject. When Einstein was only 10 years old, he started educating himself. By the age of 12, Einstein taught himself geometry, and by the age of 15, he mastered calculus. But he hated the disciplined and rigid style of the teachers, so he dropped out of school at the age of 15 and left Germany to avoid military service. His parents were worried that their son became a school dropout with no employable skills and not very promising future. But Albert Einstein did not quit his education. He applied to the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, and believe it or not, he failed the entrance exam. Albert Einstein failed an exam. Well, he wasn't prepared. He excelled at math and physics, but his knowledge on subjects other than that was not good. So he failed the exam and had to take it a second time, and then he was admitted. There he met his future wife, Mileva Maric. She was the only woman among the 6 students in that section. After finally graduating, he couldn't get a job in academia for almost a decade. Every one of his professors knew that Albert was brilliant, but they were also bothered by his rebellious and disobedient side. So they refused to recommend him for various positions, so the academic institutions wouldn't hire him. But young Einstein needed money, so he got a job as a clerk in a patent office. The job was mostly mindless and very easy for Einstein, so he liked the job because he had so much free time to study and research while working there, and he developed his most important theories while working his boring job. He developed the theory of relativity and the world's most famous equation. Einstein was nominated for a Nobel Prize, but did not receive it until 11 years later. Albert Einstein became the most influential physicist of the 20th century. His research changed the world. He wrote hundreds of books and was also a great philosopher, so there's so many things to be learned. I have no special talent. I'm only passionately curious. So follow your curiosity, whatever that is. See where it goes. Never be afraid to question the world around you. and don't be afraid of failing and making mistakes along the way. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Dare to discover and dare to make mistakes. That's what divides successful people from unsuccessful. Don't be afraid to conquer your fears and don't be afraid to follow your passion. You don't have to be the next Einstein. Be the best you can be. So rise up tomorrow and become a person you would be proud of. The world is waiting for you. So, what's your story?
So what's your story? Okay, so what is your story? I will write in the chat the link of this video. I think that it is worth it to see it again. But yes, in your time, let me get the, sorry. Okay, here. The video is, yeah, this one. Okay. Well, well, guys, before commenting on the video, tell me any question, any comment. Are you there, guys?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Any comment, any question? About the vocabulary, probably any question related to the videos discourse?
I don't know if it was Einstein, but there is a story that
Yes.
says that when he was a child, he was rejected from school,
Yeah,
and his mother received a letter
yeah.
from the director who says that well, she was a very bad student.
He was a very bad student.
Yes, he was a very bad student. Our professors aren't able to teach them, to teach him.
To teach him.
Yeah, so his mother was crying, and Einstein asked, why are you crying? Yes, and she lied him, because she told that the letter says that you are brilliant and we cannot accept you because you are very talented, and tell your mom that teach you. So Einstein became really happy.
Yeah.
But when his mother died, he took the card with the letter. Yes. And he read the original letter. So it was a very emotional story.
Okay, he read the original letter.
Yeah, imagine if Einstein at the age of 12 read that letter. Probably he believed that he was really stupid, and probably a genius was died in that moment.
Okay, yes. Yeah, I didn't know that story, but it's related to what we have heard. We have just heard about him in this video. And if I consider what it was said in this video, we could say that Einstein had many motives to give up. Yes, to give up, but he never gave up. He never gave up. So he continued working on his purpose. And if you remember the video's message, it is because he followed his interest. He did what he really wanted. So his passion, yes? Antonella, go ahead, tell us.
Well, teacher, the video has said of us that despite the difficulties had, Albert Einstein never gave up and he changed the world.
He changed the word. That's right. Yes, Antonella. The video said to us, said to us. Okay, good.
Said to us.
The video said to us. Okay, good. Thank you, Antonella. Any other comment? How do you like the video?
I love speeches.
Yes.
Elias, what do you say, sorry?
I love speeches.
You love?
Lectures, speeches.
Okay. Speeches, yes, speeches, lectures, speeches, you're right, yes. What about the others? How do you like the video? Do you have something to say? Andres Felipe or Helmut?
I think something very important is about the educational system is that, I'm sorry, my nephew is around.
Oh, you have a nephew.
Yeah, he's a baby. So yeah, I think something is that our educational system is trying to fit our minds in a small square. And it's not trying to open our mind and to explore different areas. It's like we need to learn what the system wants us to learn. So we cannot explore, and we need to I don't know how to explain. It's like to fill some spaces, some existent places. It's not that we can create our own space in the world. It's not that we can be able to think for free, to think about something different. We need just to fit in the system, to be there.
We have not to fit in the system. We have to follow, to choose the way that has heart. Yes.
Yeah,
Follow
it's
the
like, for
way
example, with the language, if you cannot speak at 3 years old, then you're not normal, then you're not intelligent. And if you fail in math or physics or chemistry, then it's because you're not enough, because you're not smart. So yeah.
You are immediately labeled. Labeled means rotulado, yes? Rotulado, you're labeled as a feeble-minded or as a failing student, as a failure, or as a bad student, and that's not true. So you have other talents. You have to look for your own skills, talents, and especially your own motivation, what you like the most, what you really like. Andres says that you never have to give up, because maybe your next try is going to be the good try, but you will never know it. So keep trying. Thank you, Andres, for that piece of advice. Yeah, you have not to fit in the mold. You're right, Manuela. Okay, now, would you like to tell us a story about a hard situation you were able to overcome? For example, Monica told us about her experience. Is there anybody who wants to tell us about the story, about a hard situation you were able to overcome? Oh, but before, related to what Monica said, maybe that's why Pink Floyd composed that song that says, "We don't need no education." Have you heard that song? We don't need no.
Yes. Exactly. That song is just what I wanted to say.
Yeah, Lisette, yes, Monica, yes. That song is very rebellious, as Einstein was. Einstein was a rebellious student because he followed his own track, his own path. He follows that path that had a heart, his real motivation, his real interest. it didn't matter if many people went against him. He had his purpose. That is the message that I want to convey today, to keep a purpose. Yes, if you have a purpose, you will always step forward. Someone says that, yes, but you have to try what you want to achieve, of course, Antonella. That's right. Well, what makes a person succeed? You know the meaning of succeed? What does succeed mean? What does it mean, succeed? Do you know the meaning? To be a successful student, to succeed.
Lograr.
That's right, yes. When you have certain goals, to become successful. When you have a goal, an aim, a target, you step forward that, and you can succeed. You can become successful. So, in summary, what makes a person succeed?
I think
Antonio.
it's discipline.
Discipline. Okay. Antonio, discipline. Yes, what else?
Patient.
Hard work, dedication.
Hard work, dedication. Commitment. And there is something that is, I would say, one of our enemies, procrastination. Do you know what that is?
I'm an expert.
You're an
Me too.
expert.
Me too.
I think everybody is. Everybody is a little procrastinating person. Yes, I think so. But that is what we have to manage, to try to manage. Yes. To be conscious, as since the very beginning, someone said, to be conscious, to observe ourselves all the time. When suddenly you feel disappointed, moody, or angry, and you don't know why, what for, observe, analyze yourself, and you will find out what makes you feel like that. And then you will manage it. But if you are not conscious about what is managing you, of course, you will be like a puppet, yes? But you are the commander of your mind. Okay, guys, I think, let me see what else to ask you. So, is there anybody who wants to tell a story, or don't you dare to do it? I guess you have heard, maybe all people have heard, or almost all people, about Muhammad Gandhi, that wise man who said, strength doesn't come from physical capacity, it comes from an indomitable will. Yes. Before leaving, if you have some comments, something to say, remember that the idea is to assess this conversation session. I will search them. Let me get the where you can do it, please. Please. So I know that. Do you know the link for evaluating this conversation session?
I think it's on the email, if I recall.
Oh, please do it. Because I was looking for it. Okay, but it didn't. So yes, in the invitation, you have evaluación de conversatorios, please. Don't forget to do it, please. And do you have something to say before saying bye?
Thank you for the session.
You're very welcome. I hope you have enjoyed it.
Teacher, I have a question.
Tell me, Antonella. Antonella, how old are you?
9.
Oh, you're a girl, a little girl. But you are speaking English very well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me, Antonella.
Teacher, ¿lo puedo decir en español?
Yes, of course.
Bueno, que tú estabas diciendo una evaluación de la sesión del conversatorio.
Sí, por favor, sino que en la invitación que les llegó está ahí el link para evaluar el conversatorio. ¿Alguien lo tiene para que lo comparta?
Teacher, in the chat, too. Elias page, the link in the chat.
Oh, please. Thank you, Elias. Yes.
Thank you, teacher.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Lisette. Any other comment, suggestion for getting a better, a picture conversation session? For improving this?
Teacher, thank you for this learning space. It's amazing.
Oh,
really.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you. Thank you.
Teacher, the session very well. The information very important for me because in this moment of my life, I need change and need motivation. And this topic is very, very important, very interesting for all, and for me, wonderful. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, it makes me happy. You make me glad. Thank you. Thank you, Lisette. Yes, tell me, Antonella.
Thank you for the reflection. Let me think.
You learned many things?
I think.
Okay, great. Thank you, Antonella, for your participation. Antonio, tell
The
me.
conversation is interesting and motivation and very, very good.
Oh,
Very,
Miriam.
very excellent.
Thank you, Miriam. Thank you so much.
So motivation.
Thank you.
Oh, very motivating. Okay, thank you. Ana Luisa, tell me. And Alice.
This conversation was very useful. I really enjoyed it. I didn't participate a lot because I didn't experience some of the tools that we're talking about, but really, I'm very glad to stay here. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. I am happy to hear that. Thank you so much. Christian.
Teacher, I don't have to participate so much, but I want to thank you for the place.
Oh, you're very welcome. It makes me happy. And so you say, I didn't participate. In past, Christian, in past usarías el did. I didn't participate so much.
Thank you too for correcting.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye. Thank you. Luisa.
I would also like to say thank to you and also for this program. I believe it's a space where we can be confident and we can speak without fear. And these topics are important because we are having, well, we are having like problems with our goals. So it's good to know that we are trying to figure it out everything every day. So I'm grateful for those two things. So thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for your participation. Okay, it makes me happy. All your comments makes me happy. What about any other comment? Or let's say bye. We are all learning. We are all fighting. We are all trying to get our way. Yeah, it's not easy for everybody. And so, but we do our best. Keep going on. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, teacher. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Happy,
Bye.
happy night.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
Bye, thank
Santiago.
you.
Bye-bye. Bye, Andres.
Bye-bye, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Enjoy yourself. Bye, Ana Lucia. Bye, Mari. Bye, Jose Hernandez. Have a great time. Bye, Miriam. Thank you for your participation. Bye, Esteban.